Welcome back into More Important Issues. I'm Caleb Mitchell. He's Landon Raby. I'm sure you guys are getting sick of seeing our faces, but Jeremy Pruitt and his staff keep on recruiting, so we got to keep talking about it. Tennessee gets another commit today, adds four-star offensive tackle Colby Smith from Reidsville, North Carolina, Rockingham County High School. Moving on up, too.
Yeah, just adding some beef. The first offensive lineman in this class. You added some kind of interior linemen last class, so you wanted some guys that can play that tackle position. And 6'7", 295, that's a guy you can put more weight on him, and he's got a big frame that can hold that outside edge at the tackle spot.
6'7" is what 247 has. Is that what
Yeah,
you said? Okay,
big boy,
6'7" and long arms.
big country boy too. Reidsville is out. That's out there in the country. So
I believe the first
maybe getting
thing,
some of those Wisconsin, Nebraska kind of linemen.
I believe the first thing Austin Price said to him, he had a video of him on today of, I think the first thing he said is, "I've heard you're country strong." He also posted videos of him lifting 5-gallon buckets. I'm assuming they were filled with stuff. I assume he could lift that.
Something was in there.
I would assume. So country strong, I believe, is the right choice of words. Also athletic. If you go and watch his highlight videos that are linked to his Twitter and 247 page, you'll find him playing a lot of defense, which I don't expect at Tennessee. But I think it just goes to show how athletic he is. And when you get a lengthy athletic guy out there, usually turns them into good offensive tackles.
Yeah, and a guy that you talk about country strong. Those are the guys that want to work and are used to working. So when he gets into like a big program like this, the strength and conditioning program that we have, I feel like it's going to just help him out tremendously. And I read something today where his probably best football is ahead of him. He's a raw talent, but like you said, as athletic, has the frame, and probably somebody Pruitt and Will Friend and all these guys want to develop into a really good offensive tackle.
Yeah, I think I was reading as well where he's pretty raw. I was watching film. I think when you look at a big guy like that, you notice he has the size. It's how quick is he? How good is his? Does he use his length? And he seems to use his length. Seems to have pretty good feet. He was able to evade blockers just fine defensively. Offensively, able to get to guys on the end that were trying to get to the edge and rush. Definitely did not make it easy on pass rushers. Adding beef to the line is huge, and potentially that year you're talking about losing Wanye Morris and Darnell Wright. You expect to the draft, so getting a guy in there that could potentially look at replacing those guys his freshman year. That's always a possibility. That's awesome.
Yeah, and with you might lose Cade Mays next year. You lose Trey Smith. You lose Brandon Kennedy. Those are three guys that are probably going to start. And like you said, the next year, Wanye Morris and Darnell Wright could make that and leave early their junior year for the draft. So yeah, need to add some beef up front. Look for them to add a couple more at the offensive line. Yeah, this is a great start. And again, not an in-state prospect going out of state. In North Carolina, Will Friend and Jay Graham were kind of the ones on Colby Smith and locked him down. And now we have the number 2 recruiting class in the country.
Yep, already got you, North Carolina. Coming after you, Ohio State. Going to take a lot more highly rated guys if you're going to catch that number 1 spot. And obviously, Ohio State isn't done recruiting. You always expect them to be close to the top. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll see Tennessee knock them off. They're going out and getting a lot of guys. You do have at least probably 2 guys that you could see jump ratings in Deshaun Rucker and Tyon Evans, guys that are 3 stars right now that when you watch film just don't look like 3 stars. And they haven't even started their senior year of high school yet.
Yeah. Well, Tyon Evans is junior college.
Tyon Evans.
Yes.
But he's got 1 more year at JUCO. So.
Yeah, and Colby Smith is one the ratings are kind of all over the place with him. 247 has him as a 4-star, and then Rivals has him as a 3-star, so you could maybe see him jump up as well. So a lot of these guys, and you're beating out the home state teams for all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina, South Carolina, NC State was in on Colby Smith, Louisville as well, and Tennessee was able to go in there with the help of Jay Graham. I'm sure that um, him being from the state of North Carolina really helped that and kind of paved that way to Knoxville. Yeah, just a big get for Tennessee, and moves in ahead of North Carolina, goes into North Carolina, and then moves ahead of North Carolina in the recruiting rankings. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. I hate that we have a 25 scholarship limit because I'd love to see Jeremy Pruitt and his staff
Just
going
keep on bringing them.
everyone. We're filling an entire roster up. Real quick, I do want to note because you talked about Colby Smith, how his ratings are kind of off or weird. His offer list, kind of opposite of Deshaun Rucker, just talking about him. He's a 3-star with a huge offer list. Kind of the opposite. Colby Smith, you mentioned how he's kind of raw. He does have plenty of Power 5 offers, but not a ton of those SEC offers. I think just South Carolina and Tennessee are his only SEC offers. Committed to Tennessee, though. It seems to be excited. Loves the family atmosphere, which Billy Ratliff talked about last night. So that's the theme. That's the theme for every recruiting class that when guys come to Tennessee is the family atmosphere. Last thing for this, doing it with all the haters, man. Everyone's trying to make noise. Don't believe in Tennessee. Who cares? Who cares what they have to say?
Yeah, it was Florida, then Oklahoma, Georgia, then Kentucky tried to get in there a little bit today, and now ESPN's on us.
ESPN's on them. Some random dude, Dave Portnoy wannabe at Barstool, tried to come after him after Tennessee. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Hey.
We're heading in the right direction.
We're heading in the right direction. Haters make you famous, and there's some great. You just need to go read some of the Twitter replies. They're inappropriate. I can't repeat them on here, but there's some awesome ones. There's some awesome ones.
Gotcha.
Guys, that's all we've got for this short episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, YouTube. This video will be on all of our platforms, Instagram too.
They hate us because they ain't us. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.